AVC, what's up? LAZ back again, and I'm going to do another LAZ tip video. I do these from time to time. If this is your first one, go back and you'll see a few through my catalog of videos where I give these things. I call them LAZ tips, and they're just little collector tips that I do for my collection. Some have changed throughout the years, but every time I do something that pertains to my collection and I think it could be useful to others if they're interested, I will do a quick video and just showing what the tip is that I suggest that you do. This one is going to be in relation to inner material inside of a record. Okay, so it doesn't just stop with the outer sleeve, and it doesn't just stop with the inner sleeve. What else? What other steps can we take to protect some of the other goodies that come in your records? Okay, this one's going to pertain to mail order forms. Maybe you have a press kit, things like that. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I do, and we'll go down to the desk here down below, and I'll give you a quick view. For those that follow my channel, last night I was a guest on the Heavy Metallurgy channel, doing a Keep or Reap episode. It was, I want to say, 4 hours of absolute wonderful mayhem goodness. Had a killer time. Marty and Alan, you guys are the best. If you are not subscribed to the Heavy Metallurgy channel, do yourself a favor, go over and subscribe. Constant content, always a good time. Incredible people, both on and in the chat, and had an absolute blast. So for everyone that turned out, we had a great turnout. A lot of people watched. Thank you for coming. Anyone that has found me through that channel and subbed here, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it and welcome. To all my fellow viewers, go check it out if you want to see me just have a great time. It was a lot of fun. I'll put a link below to that video. So another great Keep or Reap episode. All right, let's go to the desk and give you a tip. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to show you what we're doing here. So first of all, what you might need is a pair of your wife's good scissors. Don't tell her and you won't get in trouble. Anyway, for those that are married and have a wife with good scissors, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so for example here, I'm going to look at two pieces here. This is a 12-inch Metal Blade Records edition of Eyes of a Stranger by Lizzie Borden, promo copy. And here, of course, we got a good old copy of Screaming for Vengeance, Judas Priest. Okay, and let's take a look here. So what we're going to do, this may seem like a very obvious thing, but if you don't think about it and then you see it, you're like, duh, why didn't I think of that? So anyway, go to go to Office Depot, Office Max, Walmart, anywhere that you can get these things. And these are the sheet protectors, heavyweight sheet protectors, right? Okay, we've all seen these. We used to use them in school. We use them in business, okay? And these are 8.5 by 11 sheet protectors. What I want to say is get yourself some decent ones. Don't go cheap on this. You know, you're buying something to protect something that you really treasure and care for. Don't cheap out on it, just like you don't buy cheap record sleeves. Get good quality. I can recommend these from Office Depot. These are heavyweight, non-glare. So I'm not sure what the mil is on these, but they're kind of thicker. It's 100 per box. Yeah, 3.3 mils thick, 100 count per box. I don't remember how much the box was, but you do 100 records with one of these things. So I'm going to take, let me get two of these out of here. Okay, I'll move this box out of the way here. And the reason I picked these two is because these are perfect for this. So let's start with the Metal Blade. Let's open this up. You're thinking, what's in a Metal Blade 12-inch single by Lizzie Borden? Well, what's in here that I want to protect that I think is kind of cool. Sleeve out of the way here. Now it's not out of the way, but okay. All right. So of course we do the outer sleeve, we do the the inner sleeve to protect it, but in this one there's a Metal Blade record order form for T-shirts, button, Metal Blade fan club. Just kind of some cool stuff, right? Just kind of unique. And this is something that's probably, always going to be missing or beat up. And what happens is over time, back in the day, you know, sometimes people didn't pay much attention to this stuff, and it'd be inside the jacket, and you cram the record in there, and they start getting all bent up and chipped up and ripped and everything else. So if you got one that's in a really good shape like this one, I want to protect it and keep it like that. So I'm not going to just put it in the sleeve here and then throw this in there, because this part's frickin' tacky, the 3-hole binder strip, and you don't need it. Okay, and these Office Depot ones have this real nice edge to them here. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to cut right along. Let's see if I can get it on there. See that perforated edge? That's actually sealed really tight. So I'm just going to take and cut that strip off right there. And get rid of that stupid 3-ring binder part that I don't need. There we go. So you just cut that off, okay, as you can see here. Just get rid of that. So then you're left with this nice, you can see the edge here with the perforation on it. It's nice and sealed. These are really strong, really nice. And then just take and put your order form in here, or whatever it is. Maybe it's an 8x10 photo. Like I said, if you have a press kit or something like that, all that stuff is pretty much done on 8.5x11 paper, so this is the perfect way to protect these things. There we go, just slide that in, there. So now, it's just in there, doesn't take up any more space, yet it's protected. Also, a lot of times, depending on the paper this stuff's printed on and the paper that your jacket's printed on, sometimes one can brown the other. If one's been in there for a long time and hasn't been moved, you may have like a brown outline of it inside your jacket, or the jacket may have browned this here depending on the chemicals in the papers, okay? So this helps prevent that. So there you go. So that's that, and just slide it right back in. But now it's got a better chance of surviving for the years to come. So that's that one, you know. And yeah, only LAZ can take something so simple and turn it into a 20-minute video, right? But what the hell, it's fun. You know, gee, LAZ, didn't you just say, yeah, buy some sheet protectors and put that stuff inside a sheet protector? And yes, I could do that, but then again, you know, isn't this more fun? So there we go. There's the Judas Priest Screaming for Vengeance insert. There's variations of these depending on which pressing of this record you have. And as collectors, crazy collectors like myself, this is just as important as the actual inner sleeve. So you want to protect that. So again, cut that strip off here. Something so cheap, so simple, yet so satisfying, is doing extra steps to maintain and enhance your collection. And to me, this is one of them. So now we're going to take this and protect it. And whoever ends up with this record someday, whether it's my grandkids, some dude after I die that ends up with it is going to go, wow, I'm glad that dude put that in there, because that's cool as hell. And look, it's still nice and protected and perfect. So there you go. You can fit multiple pages in these things. But it doesn't take up any less room. Maybe you have something like, for example, here was my Wasp into the Electric Circus. Maybe you have a press kit, okay? You can put your press kit stuff in there, you know? So the only thing that you can't really put in these things a lot of times are the posters. If they are the more square poster, you're going to have to use like another inner sleeve, which I do also. For example, these inner sleeves here that this Lizzie Borden is in, okay, this is perfect to put a poster in, okay? So I just like the all clear ones like that for certain things, if you're not going to use a rice paper, but they work great for that. So put this guy back in here because it's nice and protected now. Whoop. And there we go. So those two are done. I got a few more to do here, but yeah, so get yourself a box of sheet protectors, okay? And you wanted to spend an afternoon having some fun, getting your hands into your collection and doing some maintenance and whatnot. These ride right next to my inner and outer sleeves as part of my process. When stuff comes in and I get it cleaned and listened to and I add it to the collection, this is part of the process. If it has material inside that can be sleeved, I will sleeve it. So there you go. Wrap it before you tap it. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.